for me, and I think for other people who love getting justice served to terrorists wherever they are around the world, it's a good day. I'm happy that Yahya Sinwar met his fate. The video that you showed is him after he covered his face in an attempt not to be identified by Israeli soldiers, and he chucked a piece of wood towards the drone because he didn't want the drone to film him and to reveal who he is. That's after the first round from an Israeli tank hit the building where he was, and that's after Israeli soldiers, by the way, not special forces and not Mossad agents with exploding beepers, but ordinary, what you will call grunts and tank soldiers, spotted enemy activity, and it was Yahya Sinwar and his close bodyguards going from one location to another, engaged them, and then sent the drone in to check on the battle damage, saw that he was still alive, fired again, and then the other pictures that I'm sure that we will see as well is Israeli soldiers standing over his body amidst the rubble of what was left of the building. But so, beyond... Yeah.
Sorry, Jonathan. Yeah, there's so many questions I've got to you, and that's really interesting data that or detail that you've given us there. So was that his actual home, or was that someone else's home?
No, that was another hideout that Yahya Sinwar used. He basically alternated locations in a very disciplined way. Most of the time he spent underground, and apparently he resurfaced occasionally, maybe for communication purposes, maybe for other purposes, but at the end of the day, he was very disciplined. And, you know, the fact that Israel didn't have intel on that he was there and that Israel didn't know that we had, in fact, taken out Yahya Sinwar and only regular troops, indicates how well he concealed his steps. And again, you know, I want to be honest here, Israel was fortunate. I've said it in the past that Yahya Sinwar and other terrorists, they have to be lucky every time in order to get away from Israeli attempts, and we only have to be lucky once.
Wow,
and I think that Israel caught a lucky break here.
Wow.
No, the tanks were called in for support because infantry soldiers were there on patrol. They saw suspicious activity of armed enemy combatants, which was Yahya Sinwar and his entourage, and then they called on the tank to fire a few rounds towards the house, and then it was understood, and it's basically because of the soldiers when they went in, they said, this guy looks familiar. Maybe this is Yahya Sinwar. Wow. And apparently after DNA examination, it was established that it was indeed Yahya Sinwar, and this may be an important and historic day for Israel and for Gaza.
It just reminds me, I know it's a long bow to draw here, it reminds me of Saddam Hussein when he was brought out of the tunnel network in Iraq many years ago. I know